momento prego la chiamano per una collettiva. Bleiben Sie bitte am Apparat, Sie werden für ein Konferenzgespräch verlangt. Un instant, s'il vous plaît, on vous demande pour une conversation conférence.
Pronto? Ciao Poppy! Adesso vi passo Chiara!
We're going on a tour around the world. It'll take a bit of time because the world's quite big.
È una conferenza telefonica.
It's a conference call where I give a strong spiritual thought that we can live together. When we call the zones and they answer, "Hello, how are you?" So it's the life of a family. It's wonderful.
Meraviglia.
Its aim is to help us go on a holy journey, a journey towards holiness.
Salve a tutti.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this new appointment with the Focolare Movement Link-Up. My name is Tamara. I'm a journalist from Arezzo, Tuscany. I am married to Francesco, and I work in the international little town of Lopiano as the person responsible for the communications office. During this last year, we have been trying to live closeness by applying it to all aspects of our lives. Today, we want to take another step along this path. Let us enter the heart of this link-up by going to the roots of our spirituality. Let us listen to the words of Chiara Lubich.
Ho avuto fame e mi avete dato da mangiare.
I was hungry, and you gave me to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me to drink. When, Lord? Every time you did this to the least of my brothers and sisters, you did it to me. This love for the poor was always a light for us. And the Spirit made us understand the need to love not only the poor, but everyone else too. Love your neighbor as yourself, whoever he or she may be. And from this came a wonderful idea and a decision to transform our daily lives into a wide range of material and spiritual works of mercy. In all the contacts we made with all the different people we met, because here too we could apply the words, "You did it to me." In each neighbor we met, we saw Christ who was asking for help, for comfort, advice, correction, instruction, light, bread, shelter, clothes, prayers. We hope that one day, to those who will ask Jesus, "When, Lord, did I give you to eat, to drink, and when did I console you?" he will reply, "Every time you did this to the least of my brothers and sisters, you did it to me."
L'avete fatto a me?
You did it to me is a verse from the Gospel of Matthew, and is the heart of this meditation. But it is also the title chosen by the Focolare Movement for its 2024 Communion in Action report, which was presented on the 6th of November in Rome. It is a document that goes beyond numbers, and it shows practical steps of fraternity, change, and hope. It is a living account of initiatives and projects that have begun over time in various parts of the world and that bear the imprint of the charism of unity. These initiatives have been carried out together with many other organizations in society, such as this one that we're going to present to you now from Sicily, the largest Italian island. Here, the Formation and Communion Cooperative, active since 2012, in collaboration with various public and private entities, conducts projects in welcoming and the integration of migrants and unaccompanied minors, promoting educational, cultural, and legal processes. Hassan Mohammad tells us his story.
Siamo 5, 4 fratelli e una sorella.
There are 5 of us, 4 brothers and a sister. I am the oldest of them all. My country has a very large population, and finding a job is quite difficult. For 2 years, I worked in Libya as a bricklayer. The only problem was that at the end of the job, they didn't pay us, and my life was also at risk. Someone told me that going to Italy was risk-free. It was 2021, and I was on a boat for 4 days and 3 nights. It was very dangerous. When I think back on it, it makes me cry, and I don't want to remember those moments. When we arrived in Syracuse and we saw land in front of us, we were very happy. I thank God for giving me a new life. When I arrived at Karram, I found the Formation and Communion Cooperative, which had many houses for immigrants.
We have rented several houses where beneficiaries live in small groups of 3, 4, or at most 6 people, and there they can lead normal lives. We were among the first to adopt this method of reception based on the possibility of living the spirituality of fraternity. In addition to the widespread reception, the cooperative manages both a project in Chiaramonte for 50 adult men and 4 other projects for unaccompanied foreign minors in Sicily and Calabria.
I fell in love with the people of Chiaramonte, and that's why I decided to remain here.
In fact, young people are taking back control of their lives, and a virtuous economic cycle is also being created, which is very important for the country.
The Foco Cooperative helped me find a job as a waiter.
When Hassan arrived, I could see that he knew how to work. He was intelligent and polite. On the 8th of February 2023, he was hired at union pay rates. Ours is a historic restaurant in Italy, and next year we will celebrate 130 years in business. Our typical dish is the costata ripiena, stuffed rib, a symbol of our cuisine.
I've been working here for 3 years and 3 months. I don't consider it as a job, I consider it as my home. Whenever I can, I assist others, especially those who do not speak Italian well. I always do tell them that the first and most important thing is to respect.
The focus of our work, especially in recent years, has been on reciprocity between people, so that there is not just a single individual whom we must help and so on, but rather it is an encounter between people, between individuals, who together want to contribute to the growth of society.
We must get it out of our heads that exploitation of people is acceptable. This is something that must be rejected outright, whether it involves Italians, North Africans or Bangladeshis. Exploitation cannot exist.
I have bought a house and my boss helped me. I feel that Chiaramonte is my second home. There is a home where I was born and raised, and this is my second home.
This is just one of the more than 100 initiatives that you can discover by browsing through the 2024 Communion in Action report. If we have aroused your curiosity a little, then there is only one thing to do. Visit our website, focolare.org. You can find it there, and you can read it in various languages. Let us continue our journey about closeness and move on to Ecuador. We will go precisely to the province of Esmeraldas, where the Sunrise Project has been active for years, involving a large number of people, but especially young people, in special ecology clubs. Let's see what it is all about.
In May 2016, a devastating earthquake struck the province of Esmeraldas. Some Focolarini from Quito went to offer their help. Projects were established in the Muisne district. Over the years, the increase in drug trafficking in the area, intrinsically linked to rising violence and high homicide rates, combined with socio-economic inequality, organized crime, the breakdown of the family structure, and institutionalized corruption, have made adolescents and young people the most vulnerable section of the population. Faced with this situation, and with the help of AMU, the Ecology clubs were set up, involving more than 500 young people, as a response to this terrible situation.
The Sunrise Project is about wanting to grow personally in a complete way, growing and seeking to grow as a family, seeking to grow as a community.
The project supports the integral formation process of youth, providing them with technical support in environmental and social issues, as well as psychological support. We also have an area dedicated to business initiatives that aim to improve the economy of the communities.
There are 12 ecology clubs now, where we are working not only to care for and protect the environment, but also for the care and well-being of each person. We work with the people on values, we have worked on vices and virtues, we have carried out reforestation projects, we have organized beach cleanup initiatives, and we have cleaned up communities. The most recent activity we carried out was a mangrove cleanup. When we started the project, it was truly shocking. We collected 700 to 800 kilograms of solid waste. It is moving to see that people in each of these communities are becoming empowered. Now they're only 150 or 100 kilograms, and it has been a drastic, significant change for each of these communities.
It is a very nice experience, and thanks to this, we are helping nature. We are helping to keep it clean and more hygienic.
The experience also helped me to learn values, not to judge people by their appearance. The technicians taught us many values, which I truly appreciate.
We are working to protect the environment and raise awareness throughout our society. But within this context, we see the need to create or generate work opportunities for our young people, as well as understanding and knowing what we have and who we are. Our parents are involved in cocoa farming, so we thought that this could be a business venture for everyone belonging to the Ecology Club. Our approach is aimed at processing and producing organic chocolate that has a positive environmental impact on everyone.
Something really unpleasant happened to me in my life, and I said, this is it, I've had enough. But thanks to the people who work with Sunrise, they came to my house, they called me, they took an interest in what was happening to me, and they gave me the strength to keep going, and I'm very grateful for this.
It has been the biggest transformation of my life. It could mark a before and an after. I feel like I have a new energy. It is a completely different path, a different project. I think I have found a purpose in my life.
The Ecology clubs are a simple idea that can achieve a great deal with very little. They encourage these young people to look beyond their difficulties and find in their communities a new meaning for their lives.
Closeness means approaching the other with a spirit of kindness and acceptance, always open to dialogue, even with those who are very different from us, due to their history, origin, culture, and even religion. On the 28th of October, a commemorative celebration was held at the Vatican to mark the 60th anniversary of Nostra Aetate, the document of the Second Vatican Council published on the 28th of October 1965 by Pope Paul VI and dedicated to the Catholic Church's relationships with other religions. The meeting was promoted by the Dicastery for Interreligious Dialogue in the presence of Pope Leo XIV. Let us listen to what some people shared on the importance and relevance of this prophetic document.
Nostra Aetate ha portato
60 years ago, Nostra Aetate brought hope to the world of that era, because hope was lacking. We are talking about the period after the Second World War, after the end of colonialism, when there were many wounds. The document says that we are brothers and sisters. We belong to the same human family, because God is the Father of all. It says that other religions have rays of truth.
If we think about Nostra Aetate, it doesn't matter if we're 60 years from it or 60 years ago at the time. It simply represents the benchmark in how we greet each other. It calls us to reach out to each other, and reaching out in love never goes out of style.
The Nostra Aetate document represents a paradigm shift and a change in perspective, because it begins with the phrase, "The Church regards Muslims with esteem." This selfless love for other people is able to encourage them to open up and bring out the best in themselves.
For me, dialogue is about building relationships and prioritizing relationships. Like it says in Leviticus 19:18, that we have to love our fellow as ourselves. And the truth is, that's actually very hard to do. If it weren't hard to do, Leviticus wouldn't have to say it, Jesus wouldn't have to say it. Each individual on this planet is ours to love and to serve.
There are always new generations who need to learn what dialogue means. To these young people, I say, just meet people, travel, learn languages, have a hands-on experience of dialogue. It is a real risk to fall into the tribal mentality of clans and see identity merely as a box, like a prison, like being a fan of a sports club. This impoverishes religion, whereas a religious, spiritual, authentic experience requires dialogue as an indispensable condition for an experience that is open to the world and open to humanity.
I think religions have an important role to play at this very moment. Because every religion has its own golden rule, which, if we make the most of it, it can truly help us discover that we are all brothers and sisters. So, if everyone lives their faith sincerely, I think that religions today can really help humanity to be more harmonious and to live in peace.
building bridges between faiths means accepting that we are different, and yet we are all made in the image of God. But to really appreciate a bridge, we have to understand that it connects two different points. And a bridge between faiths connects two very different communities. And if it's really successful, if it's really strong, then it allows our differences to shine and be the thing we appreciate about each other.
It gives me hope when I see someone who is transparent, sincere, someone who does not try to imitate or satisfy others. It is someone who feels the suffering of others with great compassion, someone who cannot sleep because their neighbor is suffering. What frightens me is indifference, being unaffected by the pain of others. So, if we suffer with other people, we can cry with them in that moment. And in the future, we can celebrate together.
In quel momento possiamo domani festeggiare insieme.
And now, we would like to share some news about a few events that have recently taken place around the world. In Nairobi, Kenya, from the 10th to the 12th of November, a conference brought together many young people from Africa, as well as representatives from all over the world. Its aim, to work as a network, both locally and internationally, to promote a culture of peace based on responsibility, collaboration, and the contribution of the younger generations. Chelsea from Nairobi tells us how it went.
Hello, my name is Chelsea from Kenya. I had the immense pleasure of participating in the organizing committee for the event, Cities, Communities, Care, Youth in Action for Sustainable Peace, which was held in my city, Nairobi, to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the United Nations. Being part of the team that made such an event possible was interesting and deeply inspiring. The event was rich with memorable moments. There were panels and discussions on cities as catalysts for change, urban planning that reflects core community values, empowering the next generation through youth leadership, and re-evaluating the UN's approach to global challenges. International connections and representatives from various cities shared their on-the-ground experiences. Panel discussions brought together international experts whose insights sparked meaningful dialogue. Ultimately, a charter of commitments for peace, justice, and youth empowerment was crafted with a participative approach. This charter, in its initial version, is a significant achievement that truly represents the collective voice of African youth and the change they wish to see in the world. We hope it will be a commitment renewed as we continue this collaborative process together. As with any major project, we encounter challenges. However, witnessing the power of international collaboration, working together to launch a successful event from Africa to the rest of the world was a reminder of what we can achieve when we unite. Thank you.
From the 28th to the 30th of November, the Mariapolis Center at Castel Gandolfo hosted the event Restarting the Economy, promoted by the Economy of Francesco Foundation. About 600 young people from 66 countries met on the occasion of the Jubilee and the 800th anniversary of the Canticle of the Creatures. They dialogue with theologians, academics from various disciplines, entrepreneurs, activists, and artists on some of today's most urgent issues, starting from our way of producing, consuming, and inhabiting the world. Christmas is approaching. During this time, in many places around the world, thousands of Gen 4, the children of the Focolare movement, are engaged in the initiative They Have Displaced Jesus. While Chiara Lubich was walking through a large European city festively decorated for the Christmas season, she was struck by the lack of reference to the true meaning of Christmas. So, she invited everyone, especially the children, to bring Jesus back to the center of the celebration. Since then, Gen 4 all over the world have responded to this appeal. How? Let them tell us the story.
For 30 years, generations of children of the folklore movement, the Gen 4, have been committed to bringing Jesus back into the heart of Christmas. They do so with creativity, enthusiasm, and a desire to help others do the same. The project they carry out every year is called They Have Displaced Jesus.
Mary and Joseph were looking for a place for Jesus to be born, but they couldn't find one in Bethlehem. Even today, sometimes there is no room for him in our homes and cities. We prepare baby Jesus figurines, then we go into our cities with adults and offer them to people so they can take them home. Sometimes they give us a donation, and with this money, together with the money collected from the Gen 4 all over the world, we help children who live in countries at war or who are in difficulty. Let's listen to two experiences. The first one is from Guatemala, a country in Central America.
A person who works here at the Mariapolis Center told us about a family in great need. The mother had died in an accident, leaving behind 7 young children. The project, They Have Evicted Jesus, sent some financial aid, and with that money, they were able to buy eggs, milk, and soup. The children live with their grandmother. When they received the aid, they were so happy. For a moment, they felt that they were not alone, and many children around the world were making small gestures. We want to do everything possible to continue with all the Gen 4 around the world.
Another experience comes from Burkina Faso in Africa. They sent us a video.
Ci hanno mandato un video. Lavoro nella scuola materna del Focolare.
I worked at the nursery school of the Focolare. Recently, I met the mother of a little girl who attended our school in 2022. I knew that this mother had had twins a few years ago. I said it would be nice if we could enroll them in the school, but she explained that their financial situation was very difficult. When I returned to the Focolare, I spoke with other Focolarine and we began to pray for providence for that family. 2 days later, the Gen 4 Center, through the project They Have Displaced Jesus, sent a financial contribution to the school. It was a real surprise. I felt it was an answer from God. I immediately went to the house where the children live to speak with their parents, who were delighted. The next day, the children started school.
Il giorno dopo, I bambini hanno cominciato la scuola.
There are many experiences like these among the Gen 4 around the world. We want to continue working together all year to do everything we can for those in need. Now I'm going back to help the others. And remember that Jesus is the most important thing at Christmas, and always.
A Natale e sempre.
As we are already thinking about Christmas, I want to invite Margaret, Karram, and Jesús Morán, President and Co-President of the Focolare Movement, to share their thoughts with us.
You
did it to me. Chiara said this at the beginning of the link-up. And in the various pieces of news, we have seen many gestures of fraternity that, as Chiara said, can transform our daily lives into a wide range of material and spiritual works of mercy in all the contacts we made with all the different people we met. Closeness can be experienced in various settings, and everyone, young and old alike, can find a way to contribute. These gestures are a small response to the many sufferings we are living through today, and little by little, they are helping to heal the social fabric. We have seen various situations: migration, poverty and education, care for the environment, and even the children who have helped with creativity and great love. These are 1,000 different ways, together with many others, that make You Did It To Me a fact today.
In recent years, we visited the people of the movement who live in countries at war to show them our closeness and solidarity. In fact, last year we spent Christmas in the Holy Land. We were with our friends of various religions who live there, and especially with the Christians for the Christmas celebrations. We prayed for peace at the Holy Sepulchre and also at the grotto in Bethlehem. A year has passed, and peace is still a dream. And this Christmas, again, we'll stand before the nativity scene to contemplate the overwhelming mystery of the birth of the Prince of Peace. It is hard to face the evidence of humanity's inability to live as a family, of the most varied people who all have an invaluable dignity.
I really find comfort in Pope Leo's quotation from St. Augustine. Times will be good if we are good. We are the times. He continues, we are the times. Let us not be overcome by despair in the face of the violence we are witnessing. Yes, it all depends on us. As we contemplate once again the radiant face of the child Jesus, let us double our commitment to do good for everyone.
So
the best wish we can offer each other, and which we want to live during the coming days of Advent, is to increase and intensify our acts of love towards those who are suffering most. If we think about it, they are the people who fill our hearts with love and help us experience that there is more joy in giving than in receiving. This is the commitment we want to offer to Jesus. May this Christmas be in the spirit of fraternity, so that He may give us the gift of true peace in our hearts and in the world, especially in countries where it is still lacking. Merry Christmas to all!
Buon Natale!
We are almost at the end of this link-up. But first, we would like to greet the people and communities who have followed us from around the world, especially the community in Ascoli, Piceno, Italy. They will hold an event to mark the 50th anniversary of the Diocesan movement, which is committed to giving its contribution to the Church and society. Now, we have really reached the end. The next link-up will take place on Sunday, the 22nd of March 2026 at 8 p.m. Please take note. Yes, that's right, the day after the end of the General Assembly of the Focolare movement. It will be a special link-up dedicated to the Assembly, during which the guidelines for the next 5 years will be established, and the new governing body of the Focolare movement will be chosen. At this point, I greet you all and wish you a peace-filled Christmas. We will conclude with the song Ti racconto una storia, I'll tell you a story, by the Italian band As One. The song is an invitation to listen, to welcome, and to let the stories of others touch us and transform us. An invitation to live closeness. So, Merry Christmas to all.
Come faccio a starti più vicino e a capire bene il tuo cammino, se perdo tutto il tempo a giudicare, a credere di essere già all'arrivo e non penso ci sia differenza, anche se siamo ad ore di distanza, anche se fingo di aver visto tutto,